Good morning, friends. Welcome back to Astrology Today and Tarot. My name is Mel Rose. This is the Tarot portion and the second half of my daily astrology vlog, which you can check out on my other channel, Astrology Today with Mel Rose. Here, I will discuss the tarot card that sits on the side of the page. I'll do a quick review of the day's aspects before I play another card that may give us something more to think about. So let's get into it. The card that sits on the side of the page right now, and just for one more day, is the Five of Wands. Five of Wands relates astrologically to the first 10 days or the first decan of the sun's transit in the land of Leo. Leo is a fire sign. Wands are fire in tarot. And fire element symbolism is about our passion, our drive, our spark, our enthusiasm, whatever that feeling is that motivates us into action in the pursuit of something that we feel passionate about. So here we have the Five of Wands, and we see we have a moment where some people are in some competition, conflict, or rivalry, okay? There appears to be maybe a struggle for dominance. But mostly it's a show of power, all right? We're all hitting above the belt here. Nobody is out for blood. We're just trying to sort of swing our sticks around and indicate, like, no, I'm the most passionate one here. No, I'm the most driven one here. Establish our authoritativeness or our dominance in this field where, you know, a few people have their passion and drive. So a little conflict, a little competition, I think, can be healthy. It can be good to know, you know, the strengths and weaknesses of the people that we compete with in our field. However, if you are passionate and if you are in pursuit of something, you know, getting sidetracked and arguing with people about who's the best at it, or, you know, who's the most driven or whose idea is the best, is probably not the best possible use of your energy, resources, or time. So be careful about getting hung up in arguments or in conflict or rivalry with people and, you know, having that get in the way of your ability to move forward in pursuit of your goals. With that said, I'm going to go ahead and shuffle some cards while I remind myself and the cards that the sun is in Leo. And this is a time, you know, sun is in Leo right now, and it's in the 10th house, which is about our public roles. It's about the outward-facing aspects of our work, social, and civic involvement. So this is truly our time to shine out in the public where everybody can see, to bring our really good stuff out for others to see and appreciate. Mercury is also in Leo, and so we converse, we plan, we even think in sort of a more regal and grand fashion so that we can demonstrate our greatness and our appreciation for the greatness in others. The moon is in Virgo most of the day today, making ingress to Libra late tonight. Moon in Virgo is a time when we want to set things right. So especially when it comes to any emotional or home life disorder that we have noticed. And with the ability to envision and plan with this waxing crescent vibe, we get a sense that the goals we set at this time are going to bring about some positive changes and solutions in our lives. On the moon side of the page today, we have, you know, a mixed bag. So moon is opposite to Neptune this afternoon, close to 2 o'clock. And, you know, it's easy when the moon is opposite to Neptune to get the wrong impression, or since Neptune is retrograde, it would be easy to get the right impression, but to be sort of unhappy about the truth that we perceive. So be aware of that. Then around 5:30 this evening, moon goes trine to Pluto. This is really positive vibration. We can relate to ourselves and to spirit at this time, and it's taken to like a deeper level, a higher level, more complete in our transformations. That's what we are, and more at peace with them than usual. Our void of course today lasts about 5.5 hours. It's a great time to get into your creative and intuitive practices, anything that helps you feel as though you're connected to your inner knowing and to spirit, so that you can have the exchange of energy, the conversation that helps you move forward in a self-secure way. And then later this evening, moon makes ingress to Leo. This is a time when it's in our hearts to seek out truth, beauty, and elegant solutions. So examine all the options for your hearts and your home lives and seek to relax and to create with the best of what your inner life has to offer. We have a whole bunch of stuff in the ongoing column right now. Mercury is square to Mars through today and square to Uranus through today. Mercury square to Mars has been our warning to watch the speed with which we approach the things we're setting out to act on, okay? If we find ourselves acting like we're in a hurry, even if we are in a hurry, remember to slow down, follow through, finish up the things that you started before starting on new things, right? Mercury is square to Uranus, and this is our planning and conversations taking an impulsive turn that may not work so well for us, okay? There may also be some surprising information coming in, so again, be aware of that. North Node is conjunct to Uranus through August 15, and Mars just went conjunct to Uranus today as well. So this says the future is uncertain, and that especially when in terms right now of the shifting sort of landscape of the material resources we like to bring in. Try not to panic in the face of some resource insecurity. There is enough of everything we need, and there will be. We simply have to be flexible about how we go about getting it. Mars went conjunct to Uranus today, and that's really great because Mars says, yes, I'm interested and I'm willing to try new and different ways of getting those things that I want to rely on. So that helps out a lot in that North Node's conjunct to Uranus right now. Pluto is retrograde in Capricorn, bringing about dramatic endings and beginnings to the things we think, things about ourselves we may have not believed would ever change. So if you feel restless, uncertain, sort of dissatisfied but lacking vision, these are all symptoms of change in ourselves that we may not even understand until it's done working its magic. Saturn continues retrograde. Mercury is opposite to Saturn. Saturn's retrograde is in Aquarius, and it wants to know whether we feel good about the level of support and engagement we've been bringing to our communities. Mercury's opposition here says we may not feel very satisfied with the answer we get to that question, but please don't let it sink your self-image. Don't engage in negative self-talk as a result of this. There's nothing we can do about water under the bridge, but we can strike a balance by establishing a new level of commitment. And Jupiter is retrograde. Sun is trine to Jupiter. Jupiter is retrograde in Aries, wants us to see what actions we can take to experience personal growth at this time. Sun's trine here brings us blessings of good fortune, especially if we can share our insight and growth with others. This is like Sun in Leo style, friends. We can say, look at me, I'm growing, I'm fabulous. And everybody will go, ooh, you're growing, you're fabulous. Neptune is retrograde as well. Neptune's retrograde in Pisces invites us to use the relative connective and intuitive clarity of this moment to direct our compassionate hearts inward and forward toward the ideals that we want to embody. Chiron is retrograde and Venus is square to Chiron. We can't always get what we want, friends, but sometimes it can seem as though no one is paying attention and nothing fulfilling is coming our way. Is this about other people's behaviors, or is this about my own behavior? Chiron's retrograde is asking us to remove the barriers we have set up to relating. And Venus wants very much to relate, but she's struggling to do so. It will be important to look for ways to let others in on the secret of our needs and desires at this time. And with that said, I'm going to turn this over 2 days in a row, friends. Knight of Pentacles. Is that what we got yesterday? Maybe it was something else. We've had the Knight of Pentacles recently. So the guidance that we got last time on this was, if you're distracted by fighting, with people unnecessarily, then we might miss an opportunity that's coming in. Knight of Pentacles does represent an opportunity or a gift coming in, perhaps in the form of a person who is well-resourced and well-supported and who has something material to share with us. Or perhaps this can be us, realizing that we are well-resourced and well-supported and that we have something of material value to share with others, but also in pursuit of that thing that drives us forward, that passion that we have. So taken on the page, this Knight of Pentacles feels pretty certain about the resource that they have, and there's this uncertainty in here about being able to pull in the material resources we desire. But then Mars is here saying, yes, I'm willing to pursue these material resources in new and different ways so that we can have them. I'm willing to take the unconventional route toward the resources that we desire. So perhaps that's the Knight of Pentacles, sort of coming to be sort of in ourselves or in somebody that's nearby us who's just like, yes, we can get what we need. I'm going to have to do something a little bit different, but I'm going to show up with this package of seeds or this package of money or this package of material resources that is going to help us pursue our goals. We do want to slow down and follow through. Okay, Knight of Pentacles is not... Knights kind of speed up action, but Knight of Pentacles is one of the slower moving of the Knights. So definitely this is a person or an attitude that says we want to take methodical steps forward. We want to be very aware and thinking ahead about what it is that we are walking into with our resources, okay? So definitely pay attention to what you've already begun. Make sure it is complete before you move on to the next thing. And this can be about this Saturn retrograde, right? Like if we find that we feel dissatisfied with what we think of as our contribution to social structures, to civic structures, it's a good time to recommit to community. It's a good time to show up with our body and our physical resources to help out, those people that live around us so that we can all be uplifted and supported. And then, this Venus square Chiron says we can't always get what we want, right? And it also says, like Venus square Chiron says, I don't even know if anybody's paying attention or if anybody has listened to me when I said what I wanted, right? But Chiron is asking us, like, is it me that's putting up this barrier to others' ability to relate to me, to see what it is that I need and desire? And that can very much be on a material resource level because Venus rules Taurus, right? So, sometimes, and this brings me back here, sometimes we put up barriers to the ability of other people to see what they can bring to our situation, right? Sometimes we're so involved in our pursuit or so involved in, so distracted by competition, fighting with other people about things that we don't see those resources coming in. Sometimes we just have a lot of fight and spirit in us, and we feel like we have to put up a good defense, and that can be really to our detriment at a time when somebody is trying to bring something of value to us. When somebody's looking to see how they can help us out, right? So, we don't want to be defensive, and we don't want to put up barriers to people being able to bring us the things that we need and desire to move forward on our path, right? We want to look at ourselves and see what sort of barriers, defenses, walls we can take down, let go of, dismantle, so that when those resources show up for us, we're not distracted and fighting and defensive and busy trying to sort of establish our authoritativeness or our dominance, when really we could just be sort of receptive and open and grateful for the gifts that are coming in. I believe that's all I have to say about it today, friends. Thank you so much for tuning in. I truly appreciate your presence here, and I'll see you all back here tomorrow for more Astrology Today and Tarot.